22 years ago, I had people see me coming and they'd lock their doors. Now, I got some of them same doors open for me. I got customers calling and asking me when I'm coming
before
back
you get busy again.
and what I got. But the crazy thing, none of this would have happened if I wouldn't have got fired back in 2004 from my job. Back in 2004, I had been in Memphis for about a year. And I was like 26 years old, working for a company called FCI. I came through a temp service and I had finally got hired permanently. I was excited because I had been working temp since I had moved to Memphis. Then, one day, I ended up coming into work and I ended up getting into this little scuffle with the guy at work over a female that liked it my friend. But anyway, the manager breaks it up, and the guy tells me, he says, wait till we get off work. So my friend, he tells me, he said, man, you can see he pulled out a knife. So he goes in his locker, hands me a screwdriver about this long. Now it's time to get off work. We walking home, a car pulls up, 4 people hop out. The guy hop out, he pulled his knife out. I pulled out my screwdriver. So now we're at a stalemate looking at each other. The manager pulls up now by then, and he said, Tommy, get in my car. As we're riding home, I'm telling him what happened, and he was like, oh, well, it's okay right now, but we'll find out everything when Monday comes. So boom, Monday comes, they call me in the office, and they say, you fired. Man, y'all don't know how bad that hurt me, because I had just got on permanently. Now, I'm fired, ain't even been permanent for 2 months yet. I had needed money at that point in time. I was helping my sister pay bills, and I was trying to get a car because I was new to Memphis. So I went home thinking what I'm going to do. Ended up grabbing a newspaper. This one they were still putting ads in newspaper, y'all. Called a few places, but this one ad caught my eye. It said, managers needed ASAP, start tomorrow. So me, I'm thinking, I'm coming in for the manager position. So I come in dressed sharp, like a manager. This one girl whispered and said, these them people that be selling stuff, y'all, they be going door to door. About 5 people got up and left. And I was like, I thought about leaving, y'all. I'm not gonna even lie, I thought about leaving. But something said, man, I need some money, I need to work. Let me see what this company about. So I ended up staying. The manager came out, he introduced me, himself, then he introduced me to Chris Gaines. He said, Chris gonna be taking you out on a day observation. He's gonna show you this part of the business, what it takes to get to the manager position. He tell me, we going to Cleveland, Mississippi. I'm like, Cleveland, Mississippi? I ain't think none of it first. Then I realized Cleveland was 2 hours away. So as we driving, Chris in the car, he telling me about how he got into sales, about the company, about the system they teach, you know, everything that I need to know. Then we arrive to Cleveland, Mississippi. We get there, he popped the trunk. I'm thinking I'm finna be a manager, but he popping the trunk. We go around to the trunk, he started loading his box up, explaining the products that we was gonna be selling. We go to City Hall, we get the permit, because he said we needed a permit to sell in that town. After we got the permit, we started going from business to business. First couple of doors we hit, they told them no. Maybe about the 4th or 5th door, somebody recognized him, and then that's when he got the sale. Went to a few more doors, he got a few more sales. We go into the McDonald's first, and I see how he knew the ladies, the managers at the McDonald's, and he pitched him, and they bought some stuff. Now we go to Gray's, to Hayes, the big grocery store. We go on the inside, he said, can I speak to the manager? Manager came out smiling, like, what you got today, Chris? I looked. Selling the manager, and after the manager bought, we went around to the people at the cash register, the people that was bagging up, You know, everybody, they just let us talk to everybody. We went back to the car again, came back in, sold a few more things, then we stepped outside. Once we stepped outside and I seen Chris, every other customer sell something, how he was hustling and getting that money, I was sold then. In my head, I'm like, I'm from Chicago, I can do this. We probably move about $400 to $500 worth of merchandise right there in that one place. This is for me. Sign me up, coach. We end up hitting a few more doors, and then we start heading back to Memphis. As we riding back, Chris got to asking me like, what did you learn today? He said, can I see myself doing this? I said, yes. We get back to the office, you know, so now the manager take me to the back. When can you start? I told him tomorrow. He shook my hand. He said, see you tomorrow. The next day I come in, dressed sharp again. You know, Chris Gaines waiting on me at the door this time. He comes in, he hands me the paperwork, tells me to fill out the application. He took me to the impact room. That's when they got to teaching me the system. The 5 steps to the sale, the 8 steps to the sale, how to pick. Then around 9 o'clock we left. We loaded up the car first, and then Chris was like, man, we going to Clarksdale, Mississippi this time. And we get down there, Chris like, man, you just hold the bag and walk around, and and you just observe and watch me. Maybe about an hour or two goes through the day, and I got tired of watching. And I asked Chris, can I get a box, man? I'm ready to sell. And he looked at me, he was like, you ready to sell? I said, yeah, I'm ready to sell, man. Like, I can't be just sitting here watching. We get back to the car, he give me a box, we load it up. We go into the first door. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I wasn't nervous. This is my first time pitching, selling anything. I was nervous, end up taking a no. As I was going to the next couple of doors, I started getting more comfortable, and then I finally got that first sale. It was I won't forget, it was a box of candles, 6-pack. I sold it for $20. And when I got that first sale, confidence shot up out the roof. It was over after that. I wanted to sell anybody and anything. My first day, I ended up selling like $300 worth of merchandise, and I ended up making $50 worth of profit. When everybody got back to the office, we were all going to the impact room, and we would break down our day. Every day, they always called up the top seller of the office. They called Chris up. Chris was the top dog in the office at that time. When they call you up, you're supposed to explain to them what helped you out to the day. They say, the new guy, Tommy, he went out, sold $300 worth of merchandise. His first day, everybody give it up. Everybody started clapping, congratulating. And they was like, how did you do it, Tommy? Now, this is my first time in sales. I didn't know what I was doing. I just know I was excited and I was just selling stuff. That's all I know. And I just said, I just worked the 5 and 8s. Once I saw I could sell $300 worth of merchandise on my first day and make $50 in profit, I knew this was something I can do. My first few weeks, they went pretty good. But there's one thing I understand at that point in time. It was Christmas. And everybody was looking to buy at that time, especially, you know, for gifts and all that. So it's easy to sell around that time. So I was feeling confident at the time, like, yeah, you know, making a nice little amount of money. So then January come around. Most people then spent their money on Christmas, and then now they got to do bills. So sales get a little bit harder after Christmas. And this is where I had to find out if sales was really for me or not. That's when I really started understanding the system. The 5 steps, the 8 steps, law averages. I had already had the hustle in me. What they taught me was how to put a system behind the hustle. Once I really understood the system, things started to move fast after that. I continued to come in every day. I continued to learn, and I stayed consistent. But then in about 2 months, I ended up getting promoted to leader, which is I started taking people out. I started training like Chris trained me. Chris didn't really like that too much. But that's when my sales career really took off at, right there. Now don't get this twisted, y'all. It wasn't always easy. Y'all don't see the days I got rejected. I had doubts in my mind. I had bad days, days I didn't make money, but I stayed consistent. And the crazy thing, some of those doors that was closed back then, they open to me now today. I won't forget the days when people seen me coming and they would lock the doors. Now I got customers calling me. Customers waiting for me to come back. Hey. Where you been, Tommy? We ain't seen you in all this time.
I gave you 8 more.
Who would have thought 22 years later and it would be like this? I love sales, y'all. Looking back, running to enterprise was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. They didn't just teach me how to sell. They opened my eyes up to business. They made me see that there were opportunities out here I never even thought of. They taught me a skill that I can use for the rest of my life. Not just in sales, but in anything I do. Sometimes I think about that newspaper ad. If I would have got up and walked away like those other people, ain't no telling what I'd be doing right now today. At that time, getting fired felt like one of the worst things that could have ever happened to me. But 22 years later, I can say it led me to one of the best things that ever happened to me. I found sales.